Hello guys, I spent a month in Bosnia and Herzegovina and I'm gonna tell you about the thing which shocked me the most in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Professor Sergey made a research, big research about Bosnia and Herzegovina, so let's start. Put your glasses on. So the first thing shocked me right in the airport, right when I landed, is the red roofs. You know, I saw those red roofs from the plane when we were landing and I thought how cute they look. It's crazy. Like, you know, those cute houses, you know, lawns, everything looks so nice and cute. It's crazy. In Russia you don't have so many like red roofs in one style, you know, everyone have different roof or like metal roof, but here it looks like from the fairy tale, you know. I imagined it to be like in Switzerland to be like this or something, but it's Bosnia and Herzegovina. And the thing is, everywhere I traveled in Bosnia they have these cute houses, you know, everywhere. And also to add about the houses, you know, they don't have fences. I don't know, like if I would build my house I would put a big huge fence so no one would see my wells, like how much manure I own, you know, so people wouldn't be jealous of my wells and so on. But here, yeah, about manure I'm joking, but here it's like they have so cute lawns, you know, neighbors can see each other like through the windows, but in Russia we don't have it like that. Everyone wants to put a fence, you know, unless it's like some like faraway village. Yes, it's like really shocking to me. Oh my god, I like really fell in love with this kind of gardens. No houses, cute houses they have here. Wow guys, crazy, it's amazing. All the houses in one style, you see? Like no ugly fences like we have in Russia. It's amazing. Guys, look, it's crazy. The whole city with red roofs. But why you don't put fences, you know? I'll put so much fences here, you know, so no one would see my wells. And another thing which shocked me already in the airport is how tall these policemen are and the security. Oh, they walk with guns here. And later on I also saw the police in Sarajevo, in Istočno Sarajevo, like in Federation, in Republika Srpska, everywhere. Yeah, as you know guys, this region, Balkans, considered to be one of the tallest in the world, but police and security, they really stand out, you know. Like you see them like this crazy tall, but the thing is they're very polite and cute, you know, like, no, nice. And for example, security in the airport ask like, oh, if it's your luggage, don't forget about your luggage and so on. So, you know, they look like giants, but like kind giants, you know. And another shocking thing, guys, is that Bosnia and Herzegovina has 3 presidents. You know, it's not shocking to me anymore because I got to know it already like, no, maybe 5, I don't remember when, but maybe 5 years ago. That time it shocked me, but now it doesn't shock me anymore because I know already about it. So they change every 8 months, you know, I'm telling to those who doesn't know, because after the war, you know, like they made such a system here, so every nationality would be represented kinda equally. So as far as I know, right now, from those 3 presidents, the Bosniak president is ruling for 8 months. So they change every 8 months. Then after this 8 months there will be Serbian president. And then after those 8 months there will be a Croatian president. Yeah, it's very interesting system. And I don't know, despite the tensions, you know, in the country, for now it's working. Yes, we'll see, but I'm not a political, economical expert, you know, but yes, it's very interesting. 3 presidents. I even met a guy who was like, oh wow, you have 1 president, Putin, like, and it's working, like, you know, but And now guys, let's talk about smoking. Guys, even though I smoke myself, I am in shock of Bosnian smoking culture. It's just mind blowing sometimes. You know, they smoke in such places you can't even imagine. For example, they can smoke on the gas stations. Like inside and outside. I even one time saw the guy was charging his car with gasoline, you know, and he was smoking as well. And or like on train stations. Wow guys, in train stations you also can smoke. It's crazy. I understand like if people smoke in bars and restaurants, we also had it in Russia, but here some places you don't really expect people to smoke. Like in shopping malls you have like open areas like with some restaurant, cafe, and people smoke. Yes, or in supermarkets. It's just mind blowing, guys.
Guys, looks like I know why perfume is so popular in Bosnia, because you can smoke even in the shopping malls. Yeah, you see, people smoke just in shopping mall. It's just crazy, mind blowing, but more freedom in the same case.
And guys, now let's talk about food culture. You know, I think Bosnia would be one of the best countries for people who wants to go to gym, you know, get some muscle, because there is a lot of meso, meat, a lot of cheese, sir, a lot of like milk products, you know, yogurts, lots of proteins. All recommended me to try with meso, well, probably говядина, cow meat, and you know what, they eat it with yogurt. It's crazy. In Russia, if you mix meso with milk products, it would be considered like some debauchery, you know, like from, I don't know. But and food is very tasty, you know, and I never had any problems with stomach here and so on. But another thing is that, in my opinion, and not only my opinion, like some foreigners also told me that it's a bit heavy food, you know, because there is lots of bread, and bread food is kind of fat. I don't know. For example, burek, yeah, you eat burek, but it's again bread. And yeah, I would get fat here, I believe, if I want to do some sport. But another thing, that despite the food is quite heavy and lots of carbohydrates as well with protein, but I don't remember seeing any fat person in Bosnia and Herzegovina, you know, I don't remember seeing any fat person. Maybe they move a lot, because in the evening people move, walk and so on, but to be honest, I just think it's maybe some genetical thing, you know, because these Balkan people, I believe, I don't know, I guess, they grow in height instead of like in wide, you know, like, but in Russia we need fat to survive the cold winter, you know, but here they don't have cold winter, and despite the food is heavy, you know, they still don't get fat. All boys and girls very fit. Like some girls look like goddesses, you know, like, and boys look like this Nico Bellic, you know, like this, like gangsters, like in a good way, like, you know, like good kind gangsters like this. So I think it's genetical thing, but you can correct me. What do you think about it? I don't know. Yeah, guys, about the food I have to add that portions are so big here that sometimes I couldn't even finish, you know, or I asked them, oh, can you упаковать, like make a takeaway, and so on and so on. And even though I'm not used to eat in the restaurants in Russia, you know, here in Bosnia I ate like food in restaurants, and sometimes I was like, oh, it's kind of expensive, you know, and so on. But when they bring you this big huge portion, you think, wow, this worth its price, you know, because if you eat it, you don't want to eat like for most of the day after it. In fact, in Bosnia I maybe ate 2 times a day, you know, and sometimes maybe in the evening I could eat some yogurt or drink some yogurt, you know, while in Russia I eat 4 times a day. And if I go to restaurant in Russia, usually I would need to order like 2 portions of something to feel full. But here sometimes even if you order some salad, they would bring you like salad with chicken, you know, how it's called, I forgot now. And you will be full after eating salad with chicken, it's crazy. And another thing shocked me, guys, is the good roads. While being in Bosnia and Herzegovina, I saw just one small hole, like very small hole, you know, on the road. It's really almost impossible to find bad roads here. And here I kinda understand that climate also plays its role, because for example in Russia we have this winter tires, you know, with metal spikes, you know, which breaks the road in winter. Also we use like some chemicals to like clean this road, you know, sand and so on. So climate really plays its role in the quality of roads. But however, you know, I don't think it plays a big role in Canada or Finland, Sweden, Norway, which have a similar climate to Russia, you know. I don't think it plays a big role there, but in Russia it plays. So it's both, I think, 50% climate and 50% like the quality of roads and so on and so on. And you can say, wow, Russia is big, but I'm talking even about the cities, you know, like big cities, not Moscow, St. Petersburg, but some 1 million city and so on, another city. The road's quality would be much worse than in Bosnia. Yes, so it's both, it's climate and maybe proper like corruption, you know, like for example in Russia sometimes they make roads when it's snowing, like raining and so on, to make more money, you know, on repairs. But yes, good roads here. And now guys, let's talk about Polaako culture, you know. At first it was like kinda uncomfortable to me, I didn't understand these rules of Polaako, you know, like sometimes I was getting crazy, you know, about this Polaako. But after a month I learned this Polaako culture. For example, with this crazy heat on the outside, you know, if you go out in the daytime, the streets will be empty. Yeah guys, you can see many places are closed in the daytime, but it's like that famous Polaako thing, you know, of Southern Europe, not only Balkans, but I've heard in Spain, Italy is the same, they sleep in the daytime. But guys, now I understand them, because it's so hot, it's crazy. Guys, you see, it's crazy, it's now around 4 p.m. All these bars are empty, cafes, restaurants. So in the daytime this city is dead, you know. You know, and at first I didn't understand why is it like that, you know, why is there like empty, like, or some places don't work, like some restaurants, or. But then I understood, because it's so hot, you know, it's like no point to do anything in the daytime, for example. But then in the evening these towns, cities in Bosnia, like wake up, you know, and lots of people on the streets, lots of restaurants work, like people go eat in restaurants, people like cook, no, they do all the stuff in the evening. Yeah, you see girls playing volleyball. Very interesting culture. For you, like, maybe different, seems simple, but for me very interesting. Yeah, lots of people in the evening on the streets. You see dogs, they call them pas, but pes in Russian will be the male dog, you know, but dog for every male and woman we call собака. But you see some similarities. So it's like siesta in Spain, I've heard, or in Italy they have something like that. So you just need to reprogram yourself for that. You know, just in Russia it's not that hot, and we maybe like prefer to do like something in the daytime. It depends, but usually. And then in the evening, you know, you can like drink or something. Yes, but here you need to learn this Polaako culture, because everything works, you just need to learn how it works, you know. And guys, to add about Polako culture, you know, I'm surprised of the switching between of Polako and emotional vibe here in Bosnia and Herzegovina. For example, you can enter some cafe or bar, you know, when people will sit like relax, like drinking their coffee, you know, but then some favorite song will play and everyone starts singing like, oh, братья, volume, like, molim, like, I forgot, I love you, and so on, and start singing.
Иисусе, буду верный Господи, что лучше от моей ладошки.
In Russia it's not like that, we are kind of more cold maybe, only if we get maybe too drunk we can behave like that. But here it's like people sit Polako, and then like, or for example, sometimes you sit quietly and then they talk and then they have like something to argue about, some people, and then they start arguing very loudly, you know, like, and you think, wow, maybe they're gonna fight with each other now. But no, after they argued for a few minutes, you know, later on they again sit like this, relaxed, drinking coffee, and think like, wow, how good we argued, you know. So this switching between like Polako mode and emotional mode, like working mode when you have to do something, it's great. I think there should be some Polako coaching, because in Russia sometimes maybe we need to relax, you know, because like too much nervous, you know. I need this Polako because, you know, it's crazy what's going on in Russia now. So I need this Polako to relax, to forget about this some things, and then to start working good, you know, to concentrate on work, how they do it here. Yeah. And let's talk about fathers and kids upbringing. Guys, in Bosnia and Herzegovina it's probably same as in many other Balkan countries, that fathers really participate with kids in kids upbringing, you know. You can sometimes even see more fathers with kids on the streets than mothers, while mothers having Polako, drinking coffee, you know, relax, like these heroic fathers, like walk with them, play with them on the street, like in football, tennis, they teach them like how to play something, like, or they walk with them in like from school or something like that. Sometimes you see like even fathers walking with babies with these backpacks, you know. Baby is here and father is like that. It looks very cute, like these giant fathers, and they have this like cute small baby. Wow, it's crazy how many fathers, it's crazy. It's maybe even more fathers with kids than mothers, you know. Mothers just maybe relax, having a Polako time. Yeah. Wow, again the father with baby. It's crazy. Look, it's only fathers with kids. Father, maybe it's grandfather, I don't know. So I don't want to say in Russia fathers don't participate in kids upbringing, but seems like it's much less, because here you can see it without like невооруженным взглядом, as we say in Russia, like without eyes, like without weapon, you know, even blind will see it, you know. I don't know how to say it. Yeah, so fathers really shocked me with this here, Bosnian fathers. So guys, and another thing shocked me, you won't believe it, you know, especially Westerners, maybe from rich countries. After spending a month in Bosnia and traveling in many towns, I haven't seen even one homeless person. Even one I haven't seen. And you know, they had a war here, people moved like from one region to another region, like it was very difficult, like, you know, I don't want to go too deep in politics, but it affected everyone, like Bosniaks, Serbs, Croatians, you know, people had to leave their places and so on, but you won't see even one homeless person, you know. And even when, like, people, when I watched some other videos, mentioned about some beggars and so on, even beggars not so much. I saw maybe like 2-3 beggars on the street for the whole month, you know. And like, and they are not homeless, you know, it's just like job, like that, beggars, not many. And you know, considering that Bosnia and Herzegovina, guys, don't get offended, but it's a fact, it's not a rich country, you know, especially by European standards. Yeah, it's not rich country, yes, but they don't have any homelesses here, you know, so maybe it's like some family values plays its role here, that people kinda, families help each other, you know, like relatives and so on, but I don't know, but they really don't have any homeless people in Bosnia. It's crazy, because even in Russia we have in Moscow, like the richest, one of the best cities in the world now, no, rich city, Moscow, yeah, even there you have lots of homelesses. But here I've never seen even one. It's crazy. Yes, guys, and it's very safe in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Everywhere. I've been to Bosnia and Herzegovina Federation, you know, where like predominantly Bosniaks live. I've been to the places where predominantly Serbs live, like in Republika Srpska. I've been into Croatian part. And you know, sometimes, maybe because I'm Russian, people want to talk about politics, you know, about Russia, and then they change the topic into like Balkan topics, you know, like they remember like some war. And yes, there are big tension, I think, you know it itself, you can even see it under my comments, you know, between the people. But despite, like, for example, in some place they could say me, oh, don't go to this town, like, you know, they are like, don't like maybe Russians or something. And in another place they say bad things about other nationality, about, no, like they remember some bad stuff, you know, about each other, everyone. But everywhere I've been was very safe, you know. So politically it's very big tensions here, but on the like just simple level, you know, people are not afraid to let their kids play outside in the late evening, you know. So in this like simple level of safety, it's very safe. But politically, it's really crazy, you know, if to say softly. But on like people's level, you know, it's very safe, and I believe it's much safer than in many rich countries, you know. Yes, I don't remember feeling so safe as in Bosnia for a long time. You know, maybe in some Asian countries I felt as safe, like maybe in Korea or something like that, but yeah, it's crazy safe here. Despite people look like gangsters, like, you know, sometimes here, like you know, but good, kind gangsters, like, yeah. And another thing which shocked me, guys, is oh, I forgot. Let me check. Yes, that Bosnian provinces look even better and cuter than the capital Sarajevo. So it might be the first country I've been to where it's like that. You know, provinces look better than the capital, in my opinion. You know, they're cleaner and nicer, and yeah, like, you know, it's really like that. It kind of goes the same with when I talked about the equality, that, you know, you can have like some nice building standing, and then you can have Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which will look like very bad, in very bad shape, you know, facade is falling. So in Bosnia I feel more equality, you know. I know there are like some local problems, political, economic problems, you know, but if to compare with Russia, where I'm from, you know, Moscow is like really, I was shocked, like when I was there recently, it's like one of the best cities in the world probably right now. But the thing is, if you go 100 kilometers like from Moscow to some other region, already just 100 kilometers, you know, for Russia it's very small distance. It can be totally the same, like, you know, no roads, like very broken roads, it would be very dirty, and you know, maybe not as safe also. But here it's opposite. Provinces look nicer and cuter than the capital even. So I feel it's like more equality here in this case. Yes, really shocking to me. My favorite town, by the way, in Bosnia is Konjic, I think. Oh yeah, guys, another thing shocked me when I was in Republika Srpska in Lukavica, Istočno Sarajevo, you know, I stayed in a hotel and then I heard the shots, fire, shooting, you know, on the street. I was like, what is it? What's going on? You see police. I don't know, maybe it's training or something. What is going on? But, like, you know, knowing the history of this place, like, you know, recent war and so on, wars, and we have in Russia this like crazy wars, war and so on. So I was like, what's going on, what's going on? But then it appeared it was like police training, like near some buildings like which they built and so on. And the interesting thing is that everyone, I was like, what's going on, what's going on? I ran downstairs, but there everyone was Polaako. Like, you know, there are like shootings and everyone like sit, like smoke cigarette, like, and shootings happening somewhere. So people have like maybe this already immunity to these shots, maybe after like the wars and so on. No, they had here, unfortunately. Yes, but it was a police training. First time I experienced it, like some training in the city area, police training with shootings, you know, and so on and so on. Yeah, it was really interesting. So guys, that's pretty much it. What shocked me in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Actually, it's much more things which shocked me, but the video could go like for 1 hour, you know, so let's keep it like that, like the things which shocked me the most, you know. But if you'll give me many likes, push likes, many likes, you know, maybe if you like this video, I'll film another like part of the things which shocked me in Bosnia and Herzegovina. You know, but for now that's all. Subscribe, предплатитесь, like, push like, and до видения. Goodbye from Bosnia and Herzegovina.